Rodgers now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And here comes the winner of the last two NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. We're down to the 41.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. We'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. An opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami. No question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So
2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Tua going to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now Rodgers. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That gain on third down, good for 28. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But
looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Rodgers going to throw. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught on the slant. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing a kicker. Defense.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes, I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you got to get your confidence going.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's Hill on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua sets up to pass it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage and throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
2nd down and 5. A run with Mostert up the middle. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Touchdown, Dolphins! Mike Gesicki on the pass from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
these guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Second down, another shot for Jones. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Crosby is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
So Tua and the Dolphins down 13-7. A little under a minute to go. Tua to throw. He's got it complete to Waddle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this